Hi, everyone. Diana Alt here for another episode of Tip Tuesday. And today we're going to talk a little bit about gratitude and how it plays into the decision to move on from a job. This may seem like a little bit of a weird topic, but this came up in discussion in my online Facebook community with someone kicking it off saying, I never quite know when it's time to cut bait, when it's time to start looking for something. I tend to stay in jobs too long because I'm telling myself I should be grateful for the job that I have. And I think this is such a wonderful topic because it's not as cut and dried as my boss is a jerk, or I got laid off, so clearly I have to go get a new job, or I want to move across the country and I'm not allowed to keep the job in the new state that I'm going to move to. So here's my take. First point is please stop gaslighting yourself. And don't let anybody else gaslight you either. It is possible to be a person who is grateful for what they have and still want something more. Gratitude does not equal you don't get to try to do something even better, even more interesting for you and your family. So knock off the trash talk that if you start thinking about getting a new job, that means you're a jerk who is an ingrate about the current job. Knock that BS off. That is just mean talk to yourself. The second thing that I want you to consider, if you're really kind of struggling, you're thinking maybe, your current job is outliving what it can do for you and your career, is to consider the 6-month rule. So I have talked to a couple of different people that have this rule in place, and that is when they start feeling the itch to move on, whether it's because their workplace has become toxic somehow, or whether it's because they're getting bored, they will start a clock for 6 months. And they basically are giving their job 6 months to get better and recognizing that if it isn't something better by the end of 6 months, it's probably time to do something else. So that's really simple. Most jobs people are in for a few years, so it's a decent chunk of time, but not too long. It doesn't have you waiting forever and ever and ever to make a decision. But yeah, set a 6-month clock, and then maybe 4 months in, if you're still feeling a lot of those feelings about like, I'm not so sure about this, you might consider starting to update your resume or think about what you might pursue if the job still is not what you want when the 6-month clock dings. I hope this helps you out. Thank you so much for joining me for this Tip Tuesday, and I will see you next time.